Madmer Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Red Ceres. The path leads to a red Siren City, regal and austere in the Aediric Imperial style. It winds through streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure, blinding light, and as its gaze turns to you, the light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint, echoes of echoes. The voice and light fade, and the path bends backward, carrying you along to a barracks, then back southward, marching into the Durwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield, the imprint is vivid, and you see a red Siren standard topped with a steel sun, clutched in the hand of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in red Siren armor with Ether's straw-colored hair race toward the standard and lift it. The path you'd been following clear to see beneath his feet, and as his hand brushes the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country, and a brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant, the thoughts are gone as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick up the path up again as it meanders south and disintegrates in the shadow of Cleoban Relag. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Man, that was one hell of a trip. Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Red Ceres instead. He met Widewinds there. Then he enlisted.
What'd he talk about with Widewind?
Widewind's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewind? Why'd my brother fight for Red Ceres?
I really don't know.
I guess that's it.
Edder's mouth hangs open and his eyes glaze. His forehead's creased between his eyebrows. He rakes his teeth over his lower lip. His voice is barely a whisper. We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What will we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
A new look has come over Edder, lifeless and dull as ash. We can go now. I've seen what I needed to see. Woo! Another quest done. Awesome. Okay. We gotta go and do... No, we're not doing that one. We're not doing that one. So we're doing the long hunt, which wouldn't be too long to do. So we'll go to Caed Nua to turn in these bounties. Then we go back to the Glenfadden place, like Twin Elm and stuff. So we can finish the last 3 quests we'll have. And then we go and finish the story, and then we're done. Oh, man. That is awesome. Guys, don't forget, by the way, there's only 4 days left before our May away. What we do on the channel, if this is your first time here, or you didn't hear me say it before, we do a giveaway every month of a popular title. This month, we're giving away a Steam copy of Dark Souls 3. So if you don't already own the game and you want it, all you need to do is follow the channel and be there on the 27th at 7 p.m. EDT. That is when we'll do the drawing. If you are a sub, you don't need to be there. You're entered automatically into all of these giveaways. I'll announce what is the next giveaway on the 27th as well for the following month. But yeah. No, I gotta go here, man. Let's go. It sucks that his house is so far, though. It would have been great if it would have just been in the middle somewhere. A lot more accessible. Especially since near the end of the game, you're almost never coming in from that side. You're always coming from that side. Maybe. Maybe. Not impossible, although most of you guys have already played it.
Good day to you.
Okay, so Easley's dead. I'll drop a word with one of the Domino's agents. Here's the pay they had on offer. There we go. I've brought Narek's head. Good. Last thing we need is ciphers tampering with ancient machines. Nothing good can possibly come of it. Here you are. You've earned it. Great. There's one less Vitrak in the world. Circle's dead. Is dead. Ugh, horrid creature, aren't they? If the client's not interested, I may just stuff and mount this one myself. In the meantime, here's your bounty. Nothing I'd bother you with. Every outlaw beast and charlatan seems to be avoiding the Durwood because of you. Awesome! Woo!
Yes! Yes!
We done them all, guys. We done them all. It's too hot today? I agree. Actually, it's too hot every day. Like, it's really hot. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of hot, I'm parched, like completely parched. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the loading screen to,
well done.
To Twin Elm area-ish. And then I'll grab some water and I'll come right back here. Wow, dude. 30? Yeah, here it wasn't 30. It was pretty hot, but it wasn't that hot. Thank God. Hertom. There we go. Be right back, guys. And I'm back. Okay, here we go. So we gotta capture birds. And also we gotta turn in a quest with... this house? I think it's this house. Oh. In the southern Adir province of Maganon, the wizard and inventor Galef spent decades creating devices that could mimic magical effects. Oh, we've had this quest before and we missed it. Now we have it. So we'll send you. Let's go.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Where was she? And she's got the circle again. How did that happen? She's got the circle back. Wow. Okay. Dude, I'm happy. For the longest time, guys, she was like bugged out. She didn't have a circle under her anymore. I don't know why. I have no idea why. There she is. Renato won't trouble you anymore. He's dead. Dead? Alari's eyebrow raises, her posture stiffens. I'm not surprised, given his behavior thus far, but the death of a valiant merchant could bode poorly for trade. Reaching into her robe, Alari produces a small pouch. Still, the matter is settled, and Renato will no longer darken our market. Here is your payment for services rendered. Travel safely, Estremor. Great! One more quest done. So we have 2 quests in one that we need Sagani for, and I forgot to bring her. Can you swap out characters from your team from the inn? Or do you have to go back to Kenua to swap them out? Probably have to go back to Kenua, right? I hope not. Can you confirm, Tsumi, or somebody else that knows? I'd love to know for sure. Yes, the inn? Awesome, Tiger. Yeah. Oh, no worries about the caps. It's fine. No, because I forgot to swap out one character. And I was wondering if I could swap it out at an inn. Or if it had to be at Kanua. Thankfully, Tiger Mark was there. Ready to help. As always. We'll just swap her out there. Yeah. I should keep only? But Tiger Mark said the inn. 3 playthroughs? Yeah, that's a lot of hours. Let's try the inn since I'm here. Oh, okay, cool.
Hello.
Confirmation. Aha. We'll remove... I don't know, man. You for now. We'll bring her for a second. Just so we get going into her quest line, which shouldn't be too long.
Hey.
The pathing in this game is just beautiful. I love it. I love it. It's great. It's great. I hope it improves in the sequel. Now, I realize that there's, you know, there's some limits as to what you can do. Like, you know, it will never be as precise as me just guiding it, but...
Of course.
Yeah. Oh! River Reed. We love River Reed. Where are the birds? We have one bird. We got the Cloud Singer. One NPC as the TM. I just forgot who he was. The Shardwing is a small bird that tends to live in an underbrush and usually near large algal structures where its iridescent turquoise feather blends against the rock. Oh. I don't know where that is. Would it be somewhere nearby? Like, is it in this? Okay, the TM is in the Heart Song. We already got the Cloud singing bird because it was in the nest of the Sky Dragon. What about the other one? The one that's supposed to be near Adra. I know one of the NPCs in a house has a bird. Because you can comment on it. And I could comment on it, but I didn't have the quest. So I couldn't do anything with it. Are these the arches? No, it don't seem like it is. No. So that's not where Sagani needs to be. She probably needs to be in the Elms Reach district then. I know one of the districts has arches that we need to go for Sagani. At least I'm pretty sure it's in this town. Elmshore? Okay. Oh, that's where the bird is too. Oh, awesome. You mean the one that's in the house? Or you mean the other one that I was wondering about? They're probably right next to each other, right? Because one requires an arch made of Adra. No, that's not made of Adra. That is not made of Adra. Oh, in Elm Shore. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot altogether. Not Elm's Reach, but Elm Shore. Gotcha. Okay. Then we'll go back to Heartsong. We'll get the bird in the house. And then we'll do the story. And then we'll be done. Okay. Ah, there it is. The bird must be here, probably. The Adra pillars. The Adra arch looms in front of you just as you saw it through Persok's eyes. Sagani turns, watching the trees for movement. As the arch shadow falls over you, the wooded shore fades into a different scene. You're standing in another forest. Blackened, bare trunks claw their way out of the soil and keep a solemn vigil over the young trees and tender shrubs. You move slowly through the woods and the ruins scattered through them. Stone pillars and broken arches show the bones of some destroyed building. Between and amidst it all are elves and Orlans, their faces painted and their bows drawn. I've seen the next location.
I'll follow you.
She counts the arrows in her quiver before adjusting the weight of her shoulder.
I always get a strange feeling near the end of a hunt. Like an itch on the end of my nose. I feel like we're close.
You sound surprised.
I am. After all this time. A part of me had already accepted that I'd never find him. That I'd be stuck wandering like this forever.
Her hand lingers over a bone-tipped arrow.
I'll admit, I didn't believe you at first. Still didn't until now.
She looks at you out of the corners of her eyes. What changed?
I haven't spent this much time around anyone since the long hunts in Nasitak. But I've gotten to know you. Seen how you deal with Kith. Whatever else you turn out to be when we find Theos, you're honest. I know you wouldn't lead me astray in this.
What I mean is, thanks. No one's done this much for me in a very long time. Feels almost like I'm part of a village again. What would you do after this is over?
Good question.
She runs her hand over the smooth, chiseled surface of the arch. It's been hard to see a purpose behind the last 5 years, but lately I've started to realize just how much Persok shaped our village, how his efforts and sacrifices added up made us stronger. Bringing his blessing back to Masuk will strengthen us and draw us even closer together, and I'm proud to know that I'll be the one returning with it. She thumbs the Adra wall with the heel of her hand, but I'm getting ahead of myself. First, we've got to find Persok, as well as her quarry, Shino. She'll give me the time to figure out what I'll say to him. What do you think you'll tell Persok?
I guess that depends on who he is now. I'd like to think that traveling for 5 years entitles me to give him a solid earful about all of it. But what really matters to someone in Persoc's position? The village he left behind? The family he likely won't remember?
I wish my fractured memory told me more about the people closest to me.
Must be lonely not knowing a thing like that. I guess I've taken that much for granted.
She quickly looks at the grass at the base of the arch. Anyway, here's to finding our man soon. Onward.
Hey,
So, I think the forest in question is probably going to be Black Meadow? Is it possible? It's Northweld or Black Meadow. But I think it's Black Meadow.
I'll take a peek.
Bro, where's the bird? Is it one of the two? Is it one of the two I just mentioned? At this point, honestly, I just would rather finish the quest. Okay, so the bird is not around here, apparently. It's in one of the two. It's probably Black Meadow. Although it would make no sense that he would go into one direction and then turn around. That's why I hesitated between... Okay, Northweld. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Because, like, it makes no sense that he would go into one direction and then suddenly turn around and go into the other. Oh, there's the bird. There we go. We got ourselves a bird. Wait, actually, can I just leave? I can leave here. There we go. Let's just do that. I can't believe I'm going to give bird to somebody to eat. That sounds so wrong. It doesn't sound like it's something that should happen right now.
It's glowing.
Right. So it's probably around here or there. Or here. It has to do with ruins. Not here. I'll follow them around just in case they cross it. Just so I don't, you know, pass it by. Nope. Oh, there it is. You come upon a clearing and see a group of Glenfattens standing in a circle. Sagani glances from the Adra statuette to the hunters, looking for a connection. Meanwhile, the hunters turn and notice you. Their bows are drawn. What are you doing here?
You mock us? Even the keepers of the stone will honor us after this hunt.
They step aside and turn to you, and as they do, you see something on the ground behind them. Lying amidst the ferns is a white stag. Dark blood mars its brilliant coat, and its sides tremble with quick, shallow breaths. You feel a presence in the beast, something ancient and familiar. Before you can speak, something thumps to the ground. You look down and see the Adra bear, its bright glow flickering.
Auric's shadow.
Sagani draws up beside you, her wide eyes fixed on the dying stag. Allah's face pales. Berat's wheel. Is that... One of the hunters takes a step forward and Sagani raises her bow, an arrow knocked.
Any closer and you'll bleed out next to him.
Her voice is low and tremulous.
I never thought I'd prepared myself to meet a stranger. to share the honor and history of my village with someone who had no knowledge of us. Even someone who'd scorn our way of life.
As the hunters back away, she lowers her bow. She watches the great beast's labored breath for several seconds. If you're going to do this, you've got to hurry.
I was going to tell him about the years of abundance in Masuk. How his granddaughters have hunted caribou, and his grandsons made our walls strong. But he'll be gone in minutes.
Remind him... Trust your instincts.
He must know that Masuk remembers him.
She takes a deep breath. She kneels by the fallen stag, placing her hand on its head. She begins speaking. She talks of prosperous decades of the grain trade that has sustained them through long winters. She recites the stories told about him and speaks of the new elders who had followed in his footsteps. The stag takes a final shuddering breath and falls still.
If you've finished your chanting, we need to get to work before the meat spoils.
As Sageni rises, one of the hunters turns to her.
Have you no respect? A great soul inhabited this body.
She looks up in horror and anger bright in her eyes. She takes the lustreless Adra figurine.
And it's gone now. What's left is our kill.
Another comment like that and we'll fell you next to him.
Coming from people who revere stones and long-dead Audra.
She draws her hunting knife.
She slanders the builders.
Are you so quick to forget all I've done for the Fangs?
Very well. We leave you in peace then.
The hunter gives you a grudging nod. Whew!
Hey,
There we go. You're leaving your wolves. I guess they're mine now. I guess that's how you get wolves companions. You just... Yeah, I'll take him. Sure. They just vanished. They're ghost wolves? Bro, you had ghost wolves and you didn't tell me? That's so awesome. Oh, man. What's the difference between isle and island? I don't know. I have no idea. I think one is a fancy way to say island. But honestly, no, I don't know. There's probably like a real difference. I just don't know what it is. I never thought about asking myself that question. Like, isle is a lot closer to the way we say it in French. We don't really, there's no... We call an island une île, which is close to isle. I don't think we have another word for it. Okay, it's one of the house, so I'm assuming it's going to be this one, because it's pretty much the only other house there is. Oh, it's French, no wonder. It's always like that, you'll notice. Like there's a lot of stuff you guys say in English that are actually French. You know, like in chaise longue or like cul-de-sac is stuff you guys say. Or rendezvous. Oh wait, I can loot this? Whoa! Stop right there. Yancy yells as your hand nears the birdcage. Just what do you think you're doing with my bird? Delem chanter of old song sent me get a specimen of this type of bird. She stares at you blankly for a moment before shaking her head. That fop Denham sent you. No, absolutely not. Eating my beloved pet won't grant that fool musical prowess. The only thing you'll get is an upset stomach and the pain of passing a beak. Oh. She folds her arms and frowns. There's a forest full of birds. Mine's not for sale.